We look so dark, don't we? You just fart.
No, it's like, I would say squeaky chairs, but they're not. They're like farty chairs. Like every time you move on it, it's like...
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've sat down and done a...
video.
Well no, I've done videos, but...
mainly vlogs.
Yeah, I haven't sat down for so long.
This is your post-vlogmas video.
Yeah, I apologise for the very late vlogmas. I put up my Christmas Day vlog today and it's like January the 15th. I'm such a loser. And I'm in my temporary office thanks to your beautiful grandma. Look how...
the feature wall.
This is like, it reminds me of like spiritual, you know, feathers. They're like, they mean your angels are around.
Yeah, freedom.
I got lots. Because we have officially left the south and moved to the north.
Yeah.
We're gonna be celebrating with a few drinks as like a whoop whoop, we're moving out.
My fave.
Or we've moved out, that we can now say.
We've been saying for like a good year or so.
We've moved. Bitches! So we're going, well, what I've decided to do is answer pretty much every question that people have asked and put the extras and questions that didn't make it on this video onto my Patreon.
Okay.
So I've got some Baileys, you've got some Disaronno.
I've got some Disaronno, which is like one of my favourite drinks. I've got a backup bottle because I've only got a little bit left. So.
How does that taste in 3 words?
Thanks, Betty. How does it taste?
In 3 words.
Tastes like amaretto because it is kind of like amaretto. That's like 3 words, I know.
That was 10 words.
People say it tastes a bit nutty, but I don't think it does. It just tastes a bit like...
I would agree. Like almond. This is an Irish cream liqueur.
really sweet.
Christmas.
Magic.
Sweet.
Look at that. Well, you got more than me.
I was scared, so I
know.
panic poured.
Disaronno's a really nice straight. You can have it with Coke, like I said, as well. It tastes really good. We thought... wine glasses.
Yeah. Little_sushi says, do you guys plan on moving in together anytime soon? Well, that's the aim. I don't really know when. I don't know if she's asking when.
I reckon we will.
Well, I should hope so.
We already kind of have.
Yeah, we technically have moved in together.
We're living together now. We're not in our own home, but we're living together. So.
That's the aim. The reason why we're here now is for him to find a job, and then we'll do flat hunting, and then we'll find our little cushy place, and it should take about 2 to 3 months.
You probably answered like half the questions on there just by saying that.
Caitlin Jonah, would you do a meet up in Newcastle?
Small question for you, really, isn't it? Nincompoop.
Well, you're coming with me.
I'll tag along.
I'd love to.
I'll hold the coats.
Aww. Yeah, the only thing I'd worry about is not being able to understand everyone. They'll be like,
I think. I mean, you've been here for a good couple of weeks now, at least, and I think you've adjusted quite quickly to like being able to understand people. Like, you couldn't understand my granddad when you first came up.
Oh yeah.
But now you hear what he says, and you just find it funny because he's got quite a strong accent.
Yeah, I've noticed older people up here in Newcastle have stronger Geordie accents. You were saying that the accent might be dying out a little bit, but
the older people embrace it more. They just go full on pure Geordie.
Maybe the youngsters are more like connected to the rest of the world through social media, so they like blend it in. They're
less restricted to just Newcastle.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Happy_metal95 says, when is the baby coming? No,
I'm not ready for that shit.
No plans on babies. We want to go on holidays and sleep in when we can.
Exactly.
The important things in life.
Yeah, hopefully not for a while. We still live like students, so I can't imagine us having a child.
No, actually, we'd want a child to then let it become a student, and then we could just blend in and live through their life.
In our like 60s.
Yeah, we'd be like, oh, are you having beans for dinner? Can't wait. Clouds.co.uk. Do you both want the stereotypical big white wedding and kids? We got a lot of kid questions, but that's the only 2 I'm going to read out.
Oh, okay. I didn't even think there would be any kid questions.
I guess because moving out, you think, okay, the next thing, kids and wedding. What is a big white wedding?
Thousands and thousands of pounds gone into a big event, loads of people.
I'll say what I want and then you say what you want.
And stuff.
Well, I want the big glamorous wedding dress.
Okay.
For sure. That's the only thing I'm going to care about. And then the venue. Like, what I imagine is a small, intimate, cozy, ideally like an autumn wedding, but it rains so much here that I'm not sure if that's too risky. In like a barn, there's a little, I mean, this wouldn't really work in a barn, but I can imagine like a little fire pit, close family, close friends, and that's it.
Fairly small.
Yeah.
But cute.
Just like a really cottagey little hotel and stuff. I'd love that.
Nah, you know I hate a fuss though, so I'd like the fact that it would be small-ish.
I want a second-hand dress.
Just make it about you and I'll hide in the corner.
Okay. So I want second-hand dress, second-hand shoes, friend and sisters to do my hair and makeup, and celebrate love. Dine Grey 8 says, what has been the most challenging of living together so far?
Nothing really, because I mean, we've only been living together officially for about 2.5 weeks, and it's been really nice. We're really comfortable with people who live here. We've got the space for it. We've got the ability to stay apart if we wanted to, and Ellie sometimes disappears to do some of her work and stuff, but we haven't had any difficulties.
At the moment though, it's at a space where we've got all the time to do anything in the world, basically. Because we've got loads of time, we don't have anything to stress about. So at the moment, literally there's nothing to say.
Which is amazing, by the way.
Because I'm not saying, quick, it's Saturday, we need to make plans, and then you're like, oh, but I want to chill because I've had a long day at work, and a long week at work, and blah, blah, blah.
I think nothing really so far, but once we've actually moved in together properly,
there will probably be some
the real life kind of back to normal kind of stuff will test us a little bit.
Yeah. Because at the moment it feels like a holiday. So I think I even said to you the other day, I think we've got on more now than we were when we were living separately. Like,
neither of us are really argumentative. We're both quite stubborn, but we don't go out for an argument like some people do. Or
some people like arguing and they think it's like healthy and fun.
But we don't.
No, it's just a big waste of time to me. Tio says, what do you like and what do you dislike in your new residence?
I mean, right here where we are now in this house, it's lovely. I mean, I kind of grew up here anyway, so...
Nostalgic.
It's very nostalgic to me. In terms of the area, what would you say? Oh, what would you say about the house first?
Cushy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like...
It's all been done out, so you've got the space and all the functionality you need.
There's so much room here, and there's only 2 people living here, but obviously other than us. There's nothing bad to say. The bathroom in this house, it's like having a spa. And we're on the coast, so it's a short trip to the beach, which is really nice. But I know it's there, so it comforts me a little bit. I've always lived near the sea.
We've been exploring and stuff, so we've seen stuff like nearby, and I already know half the stuff, but it's interesting to see how it's changed. Which you will see in the next few videos coming up on the channel. Noodle Nat, great name. How are you two doing after the big move? I'm very relieved and relaxed, to be honest. He wasn't really enjoying it down south for a little while. Even though I'm a really calm, laid back person, I do stress over quite small things if it's something you can't escape from, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I mean, it's not as if I've had things terrible for the past year or two. No, but he just hasn't felt comfortable. I haven't felt comfortable, and just the fact that I haven't felt comfortable made such an impact on me personally. And now that I've came away from that, and now I feel that I've got nothing to worry about apart from finding work, but that comes with effort, doesn't it? So that'll fall into place. But otherwise, I've got no worries. And for those of you who don't know, he was house sharing. Everyone I've ever known to house share, other than if you're at uni, because it's more fun then because you're a student, you can just piss around. But no one's ever really liked it. It's not your own home. Even if you live with people that you get on with, privacy is still worth so much more than what you kind of expect. Before I moved, everyone kept saying, are you okay? Is everything going to be fine? Are you nervous? How you feeling? And I never knew how to answer it because I was like... Kind of gone into the unknown, isn't it? You don't know how you're going to feel until you get there. Yeah, I've never done it before, so how do I know how I'm going to be? So in my head, I was like, well, I'm not really sure because I'm just going to go there and see what happens. Because I genuinely just sort of expected me to get here and then the feelings to happen, that's going to determine if I'm going to live here or not, sort of thing. A bit like anxiety, it just hits you out of nowhere. That's what I was kind of expecting to happen. I mean, I haven't even been here for that long, but the first couple of days I got really, well, I didn't get really upset, but every now and again I'll just have a little cry. Well, you kept saying to me, it feels like your family has passed away. Yeah, for the first... It's a really weird feeling, they're just gone. 3 to 4 days, it felt exactly like when you get told news that your family member's died. Everything just feels a bit unbalanced. A bit alien. Something reminds you of them and then you're like, oh, but they've died.
That's what it felt like, but my whole family. But not to the point where I was hysterically crying, because if they actually had died, then I wouldn't like function.
I kind of know the feeling. Like I felt like even though it's just we're in the same country, when I moved down from like Newcastle to near Brighton, I felt as if it was in a different world. So I didn't feel as if they were gone. I just felt as if I'd like changed to a different story, like to a different
timeline.
I put a different video game in. I just like moved to a different universe.
I think it was around day 5-ish when I just suddenly stopped feeling like they'd died. Adam, bless him. Without sounding rude, I wasn't like, I'll be okay because Adam will look after me. Like, to me, I was just like, this is my own thing. I need to do this myself. But then I kind of got reminded once I was here that you were going to be nice.
Are you going to be nice for once?
I wasn't expecting like small things like cups of teas and like making dinner, and I wasn't expecting like putting on something on the TV together would make me feel better, because homesickness isn't cured by eating a dinner that your boyfriend's cooked you, but in a way it's
your comfort, isn't it? It's like the little things that we did down south, we're still doing stuff like that, and it's that comfort of knowing that someone's there with you. And
I don't think there was a moment when like my family were buying me presents and giving me moving cards and stuff, and like even when we got here and we were having fish and chips and your grandma was like, welcome, I was a bit like in denial still. I was like, oh, I'm not going to be here for long.
Ellie kept on saying she's reminding herself, or she's telling herself that she's just going away for uni.
Yeah, honestly, that helps.
Because it's like you're just going away for a couple of years.
3 years or 2.
2-3 years to like study or whatever, but you're not actually doing it.
Because some people my age do.
Yeah.
That's what gives me comfort, actually, to know that other people are in the same boat. So I'm just doing that, but later on in life. My mum was like, treat it like a holiday, enjoy it, like it doesn't matter if it's not the right decision, and that really helps. I think if anyone's in the same boat and you're worried about moving away or like trying somewhere new and you want to try a new city or something, just don't think of the long term. I'd say just take it as it goes and just know that if it doesn't work out, it's alright. It's a lesson learned, and it's experience. And your mum even said to me, when, I don't know if I told you this, but she messaged me asking how I was, and I was like, oh, there's a few like rocky moments where I'm just getting a bit sad, and she's like, if it doesn't work out, you can just say, well, at least I tried. And it's something that you can tell people later on in life. Oh, I did
exactly
that.
Yeah, if someone talks about the north, you can be like, oh, I lived in Newcastle for a little bit.
It was shit. It was canny good like. And another thing that really helped was to gather my surroundings, because even though I've been here before, it's not until you're actually here for good you start forgetting what's around you, and you just feel a bit like overwhelmed by your space that you're in. So we needed to kind of scope out the area, and once we did that, we had like 2 trips out.
Yeah.
And that's when I stopped feeling sad, because I kind of understood the area a little bit, known what's around. And I get that even when I'm in hotels or staying like somewhere for holiday. If I haven't been out and about in the town, I feel really weird, and I can't relax until I know everything around me, and I'm like, So that's some advice if anyone's in the same boat. Boat, man. I mean, this is a question which I don't know if we'll know now. How do you divide house chores?
Well, we've kind of planned it, so...
Yeah, I don't want to do laundry.
So I said I'll do laundry because Ellie doesn't want to do it.
I'll do the washing up because...
I don't like washing up.
And he's quite slow.
And I take ages doing it. I take ages doing a lot of things.
And also he likes to wait and then do it in bulk. I like to do it as I go.
Not necessarily. It depends. I mean, I did that out of habit before.
Yeah, which habits are hard to break, so you'll probably end up doing that again. Which is fine, I'll just do it.
If we try whatever for a month and then we decide, I hate doing this, and you're like, I wouldn't mind doing that, we'll swap.
We will let you know.
Or we'll just share. We can just share everything.
Have you found a good Chinese takeout yet? I've only tried the one that his grandma always uses, so I haven't done my experimenting, but I found a few good buffets that have Chinese food.
I love how you're like, this is my topic.
Yeah. We have noticed though that the Chinese seem to be expensive up here, which is very weird.
Everything is cheap apart from Chinese takeaway.
It's like they know I'm here, and they're like, "Oh, well, we're going to get good sales, so let's put the prices up."
It's like 20% more expensive than it is down south.
Can anyone explain why that's a thing?
Maybe it's just the ones in this area.
Maybe we'll have to do some
scouting.
Bottoms up. I love that we finished at the same time.
Oh no.
The ice is like stuck to the side of the glass. Becca said...
Becca, stand forward. Stand forward. Becca, stand forward.
Becker Sanford.
Becker Sanford.
Said, do you find that life goes at a different pace in Newcastle?
I mean, I feel as if it's going quite fast. Although it feels like a long time since New Year.
Oh, you mean... Right.
What?
I totally took that question in a different way.
Wait, what did you think it meant? Life is going at a different pace.
I thought it meant like the way the city moves.
Well, we'll answer both sides of the question because I think it's how fast we feel as if our life is going by in the area.
Oh, she said life, didn't she? Because what I was going to say was everything goes to a different pace to London. I don't really know what this question means, but I like it, so I'm going to still pick it. I think that the pace of Newcastle is slower and just runs less.
Wait, are you comparing it to London?
Well, the south. The nearest city, so Brighton.
You reckon Newcastle is slower than, like, Brighton?
I mean, we were lost in Newcastle city the first time we went recently. And a man had time to stop and ask if we needed directions.
We weren't lost, we were just looking at which way to go and he thought he'd help us before we figured it out.
You'll find that's the definition of lost.
Either way, it feels like New Year's Eve was a long time ago.
Yeah, it feels like Christmas was like years ago.
You got a purple thing there.
Ugh, can you get it out? Just go and it'll stick on... No, it's wet.
Oh.
You'll have to tap it and then it'll stick to your finger.
Which stay still. Oh, why do you know that?
Because they're called eye bogies.
Oh, I'll take it then. Life up here.
Life is Strange. It's a good game.
That's the answer. Life is strange.
And we've been playing a lot of that because we can. We've been drinking a lot as well.
Oh, we've been drinking loads recently.
Because we can.
And because Betty's a bad influence. Every time she
drinks... That sounds like a nickname, Betty Bad Influence.
every time she drinks, she's like, I never drink, you know. Unless I have people over.
Which is all the time.
Yeah.
Cesar says, have you already started looking for places up there or settling in first? We're settling in, which I feel like we've done quite nicely.
I think we've done it at quite a good pace. Like we've spent quite a lot of time indoors, just like chilling out, and we've spent quite a fair amount of time going out and exploring and stuff. So I think we've balanced it quite well. I can't wait for that. I can't wait for us to properly look for somewhere and be like, this is our home.
I remember there was a place that we nearly got down south, and Adam turned and looked at me, and I looked at him, and he was like. Diane Gray also says, what do you most appreciate about each other?
I love how accepting you are. I think that's the first thing I could think.
About you or everything?
Everything. Mainly me. 9 times out of 10, if I want to do something, you'll just happily let me get on with it. And I think most people would struggle to find a partner who would be happy and chilled out for them just to do whatever they want.
Sometimes I do think that. I'm like, he's so lucky.
Yeah. I do know that. Sometimes when I'm like just playing my games and stuff, I'll turn around to Ellie and be like, and just like smile at you. You're like, what's that for? I'm just like, I don't know.
Well, the first time you ever did that, we weren't even long into the relationship, and you were gaming, and then you just sort of like stopped. You're just so chill. And I was like, eh? No, I was joking about like saying he's so lucky, but I do sometimes see my like girl mates, the shit they put their boyfriends through, or stuff they get mad about. They're like, he wants to do this all the time, and he wants to go there and take me or not take me, he wants to see his mates. And I'm like, what? Are you okay, hon?
Like you genuinely ask me to kind of take more control for both of us and do what I want to do because you...
I get happiness from that.
Yeah, you get happiness from doing something that both of us would enjoy doing, whereas I think a lot of people would be like, what?
Yeah.
Are you for real?
And I'm lucky that you're not like a controlling psycho, because you could take advantage of that.
Oh yeah, they would walk all over you.
Yeah, so we make a good team.
Yeah.
I appreciate... that you're emotionally balanced. Like you don't go... because I sometimes do, and I think that wouldn't work well. If I was with someone that did, it's walking on eggshells, isn't it? It's just a bit scary. You wake up and you like look up from the bed covers like, who's he gonna be today?
I mean, even at your worst, you're nowhere near as bad as I've experienced before.
Like, it's not as though I ever need to worry if I call you up at a random time, like, oh, he might be in a bad mood or something, or like, you're coming home from work, I look out the window, and you're always there, like...
I think that's why I fit in with your family really well, because your family are like that as well. Like, everyone in your family is almost always in a really good mood.
Yeah, it's
or just like happy to see each other and like happy and appreciative of where they are.
I think because we're all able to see the crunch of it. Like, we might have shit stuff going around, but then we're just like...
Yeah, we always remind ourselves of how lucky we are with what we've got and stuff.
We just go, do you want a cup of tea? Who cooks most of your meals? What, except for Chinese, do you enjoy eating? Yeah, he does.
Mainly because I'm a very logical person and I'm quite good with times and stuff.
Once again, I don't think, I just do, and then it ends up me burning something, spilling something.
You won't measure things, you'll pour it in and be like, until it feels right or whatever. But you haven't really had the experience to know what feels right.
But because I don't care about what I eat, that's alright. I'm like, whatever, it might taste a bit shit, I'll still eat it. But now I'm going to be cooking for someone else as well in the future. I can't do that. I'm
similar to you though, like if I burn my eggs and stuff, I still enjoy them. I used to have like leathery eggs.
And at home I never had the freedom to cook because my mum and dad, well, my mum, she didn't like anyone else cooking in the house. Like, she was the cook, and you couldn't ever cook meals on your own because she's cooking the dinner every day and you have to eat what she's cooking, bless her. But that meant I could never cook for you. You cooked for me at your old flat and then the old house share. So I've never really had the opportunity to cook for you before. So I reckon that will change when we have a place, because you're going to be working and I'll be like, honey, you're home, here's your food.
It'll kind of be like a new experience for you, and
you'll come away from work and there'll just be a
fire.
Burn. Yeah, no fire. There won't even be a burnt piece of food.
No
It'll just be a fire. Are you getting any pets soon? What would you name them? I want a hamster.
Ellie wants everything though.
I want a dog.
Like, every time we look at an animal,
lizard,
like a hamster,
cat,
she's like,
swan.
oh, can we get one? And I'm like, no, because I'm probably allergic to it. And you're like, Adam.
They're a lot of money as well.
So I get really sad and stuff.
So
pretty much every pet is a commitment.
I found my way out of it though.
Go on then.
I bought him
sea monkeys.
No, I bought him an ant farm. So we're gonna
which is amazing.
We're gonna have pet ants.
Yeah. And we're gonna have to try our hardest to not let them break free.
And try our hardest to name each and every one of them. I've had one before with my family. It broke and we found it and we were like, shit. But all the ants, they started a little trail all the way to the larder, which the cupboard, the food cupboard, found the sugar bag, was going into the sugar bag, and then another trail was coming out the sugar bag, back down the kitchen into the ant farm. So they loved it that much that they were coming back. So I was like, wow, we've done a good job. This is well cushy
in this house. I've never had anything like that before, so I'm really interested to see how it works.
Yeah.
I've had sea monkeys, which is a similar sort of concept. So
I made a friend from Newcastle on Bumble. So hi, Becca. I call her Bumble Becca.
Bumble Becca. That goes quite well, doesn't it?
Yeah, because we know another Becca, so sometimes when I'm like, oh, Becca said this, Adam's like, what Becca? And I'm like, Bumble Becca.
I do that with everyone though.
She said, are you enjoying being up here in Newcastle? Yes. It's very different though. Everyone here is very like straightforward and like
Bonnie bag.
Not shitting around. Yeah, my bag was called Bonnie twice and I was really confused. I was in a corner shop and this woman was like, that's a Bonnie bag? Because in my head straight away I thought it meant like odd, unusual, strange, because my bag's like this fluorescent pink, like luminous holographic thing, and I was like, pardon? Pardon? In my little southern accent. And Adam was like, she's saying you've got a lovely bag. And then she said it again and I was like, oh, thank you. And the next day we were in Asda and a little lady walked past and she was like, that's a Bonnie bag? No one ever mentions my bag. And now I come up here and 2 people mention it and they use the same word.
And that little girl was...
And then I was in Primark.
Just completely enthralled by it.
Yeah, I put on a coat.
Like, oh,
yeah.
Whose bag is this? Is this for sale?
Yeah, I put it on the floor because I was trying on a coat and she came along. She went to pick it up and she was like, is this someone's bag or is it for sale? And I was like, oh, that's my bag. And then her friend like started howling with laughter and she went bright red and I was like, these Northerners love it. They love my fashion.
And then you got complimented on your hair. I think people generally talk more in public up here. Like, we'll walk past people on the street and they'll just say something.
And I think it's normal more so in Brighton area to like look a bit weird. I signed up to the doctors the other day and had a great chat with the doctor. She was really lovely. Everyone's just I mean, not everyone, because that's not possible, but...
People you've had a chat with.
It's just more chit-chat happens up here, I think. I've only got half of this question because I screenshot it and you're supposed to click on it to see the bigger question. But Murder Your Memory says, how often did you used to see your boyfriend? Because my family keeps getting mad at me that... So I'm assuming she's about to say you're seeing him too often?
We'd spend more time together than apart.
Yeah.
I would say on an average working week, I might spend, say, 2 days away from you.
It depends on why your family are getting weird, but it depends if it's getting in the way of what you're doing, what you're supposed to be doing. Like if you're seeing them instead of doing something. See, the difference with us is we always got on with the stuff we needed to get on. We were just with each other. So you'd be in the same room if I'd be working on something still.
I've got a feeling that this person needs to travel
out
so
do I.
To see their partner.
My mum used to get a bit like that when I used to travel away to see my ex. Because she knew it meant I was going to be away for ages. She was stressed about me taking off and then her not knowing when I'm going to come back. I guess the only thing I could suggest is to like involve your I don't know what your family are like, but involve them in the plans maybe. As in let them know what your plans are and like what you're doing.
Don't bring them with you.
Don't bring them with you, but don't just throw it on them like, oh, I'm going away tomorrow, because I used to do it all the time. Just be open with them and let them know how that person makes you feel, and I think they wouldn't want anything less. Evie says, did you guys ever disagree on anything during the moving process or house viewings?
Not really, because we both have the same kind of
wants and needs.
I mean, similar. At least I understand yours, you understand mine, and we're both happy with them, right?
What about moving process?
Not really, but it ended up where we kind of changed plans fairly last minute, which kind of worked out in your favour because Ellie had only packed so much.
Yeah.
So I was like, why haven't you packed like 3/4 of your room yet? Like, I know you're trying to do Vlogmas and stuff, but you need to be able to squeeze this in. Like, this is really important, you know? It kind of worked out how it worked out already. We've still got loads of Ellie's stuff down south, but we're going to do like a second official move with your stuff when we actually find a place. We didn't really have any disagreements or fallouts or anything like that. It was quite a cooperative kind of process, really. We're both kind of...
I think I'm a little bit more fussy about what I want when it comes to house viewings. Like, I really want a garden. I don't think you would care about that. I really want a bath. I don't think you would care about that. I mean,
if I was to go outside, I don't care about having my own little private space, whereas I know you would. Yeah.
Summer nights, like in the garden with a drink, and like I want to make it like cute and like to feel like a little tranquil area, and I think if you had that, you'd appreciate that.
Oh yeah. I don't really care about it, but if it's one of those things where if we had it, it would be nice.
Yeah. Or we could watch the stars at night time.
That would be nice.
Katie says, what's been your favourite place in Newcastle so far? So far, mine has been, well, it would have been the dog cafe that we nearly went to the other day, but it was fully booked, but it looked so cute. But then even if I did go to that, I probably will still say this, but we went to a, do you know what I'm going to say?
Master Quarter.
Yeah, we went to a restaurant that's like on the edge of a cliff, and you like go on an elevator down to the like beach.
So the restaurant cafe is built into the cliff itself.
He's gonna explain.
So it was kind of like a cave in the side of the cliff, which was turned into like a restaurant, and it's got hotels there as well. It's got really good views.
Yeah, you just sit in this like cave really and have food, and then you walk out to the beach, and it looks really pretty with the cliffside and stuff. But then again, we haven't been everywhere yet. Like, there's a lot of places that I've seen that I really want to do. Like go to Tynemouth. Yeah, we went on a ferry. That was cool the other day, across the River Tyne from the South Shields.
I can't believe that's like less than £2.
£2 to go on a little ferry. It's just little experiences like that I'm really liking at the moment. But there's like lots of like all you can eat buffets I want to go to. There's a world one, like you can eat different food from around the world, like the American IHOP.
So was that directed at both of us?
Oh, sorry.
What was the question again?
What's your favourite place in Newcastle so far, other than me?
I don't really know, to be honest. I'll probably say the same as you, because we have looked at some places, but generally the places that we've looked at are like just towns.
Leo says, what's it like moving to a new city together? My partner and I are moving across the country in a few months, and we're concerned about how to look at apartments, etc. How to look at apartments with your eyes.
Depends on which country you live in, I suppose, what you've got access to, but we use like Rightmove, Zoopla and stuff like that to look at things through an app or a website.
To
and then
not get a shock when we're here.
Yeah.
Because it could have gone tits up if we hadn't.
Yeah, so if you kind of look at where you are now on that same platform, do that in your area, see what it's like, and you'll kind of know your area anyway. and then compare it to where you want to be, and then you'll kind of get a general idea. You won't have a full expectation, but you'll have a general idea of what to expect. And I don't really know from there because we've been able to stay with family. And
yeah, we were lucky.
It's been easy for us because we've been able to just kind of bunk in here and have a look around and stuff.
We were able to view before we moved.
Yeah, so I mean, unless you, I don't know, like do a hostel or something to kind of, or it must be.
That's a good idea. You could just stay in like the local hotel somewhere.
Local cheap hotel, and book up some flat viewings or house viewings, and then around that you can just have a bit of a holiday out of it as well.
That's a good idea, actually. Yeah,
and that would kind of give you a bit of a break as well as an insight.
And when I stayed here, it feels totally different to when you actually say you're living there. So you're not going to feel the same, but it's definitely going to help. Carly Bug says, "Did you realise you would love his grandma so much?"
Did anyone realise they would love my grandma so much? Because everyone loves Betty. She reminded you a lot of your
my grandma, yeah. So
already there's that kind of familiarity.
I think it's quite hard not to. Like, and I remember before I met her, Adam was like, "You'll love my grandma." So I had high expectations, but she met them, so it's fine. But that could have been very dangerous.
It's not very often that happens, is it?
It's Chloe2909 said, "How did you guys know you were ready to move in together?" But we kind of spoke about that in the video we did called "We're Moving In Together," where we eat curry and Chinese. So check out our mukbang. Actually, I should have said that at the beginning of this video. I'll leave a link to that down there. And the last question is by Katie, and she says,
keep doing that.
What's been the hardest part of moving away from home so far? Not being able to sit down with a cup of tea,
daily catch up,
and catch up, yeah, have a natter, ask them how the day's been, and also just like having a laugh, seeing my dad be stupid and hearing my mum give knowledge.
Thanks for messing my hair up.
It's alright. Well, that is all. This was a very long video, but if you want to get the longer version of this, check out my Patreon. Link down there for more answers if your question wasn't here. Anything else you want to say before we go?
Don't let your dreams be dreams, and really try not to do bad things in the world, because the world will be a better place.
Thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you want to, you can join me on social media such as Twitter, Facebook and Instagram to catch me up on live updates, to see what I'm doing exactly now, because it always takes me ages to edit these videos and upload them. So you can also subscribe to my channel to be notified every time I make a brand new video, and I will see you guys in about 2 days time. Oh, and look forward to the Newcastle vlogs, because I think my priority is going to be vlogs at the moment, like catching you up with my new surroundings and feelings and stuff we're going through.
It's the best way to see what's going on, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to show you more than this video will, so don't watch this video, it's rubbish.
Yeah.
You already have. Bye, everyone.
Oh, toodles.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, we did it.